What's going on, you guys? Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to make you guys aware there is a new developers video over on Boss Kriz's channel, so if you guys want to check it out, link will be in the description. But Netmarble is doing the survey once again where we can vote for which fighters that we want to see get buffed. So as you guys can see, this is going to be the list that we have to work with this time around. If you guys want to vote for your favorite fighter from this list to get a buff, link will be in the description to the official forum post, but let's go ahead and get into the video. SS Kula is a beast. What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another King of Fighters Allstar video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing our first impressions video for SS Kula, one half of the newest SS banner. But first, before we get into all of that and more, make sure if you guys are new here and you enjoy daily King of Fighters All-Star content such as this, you smash that like button and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into some of the reasons why I absolutely love this character. Now, of course, if you guys are looking for a proper spotlight on both of these SS characters, we will be doing those next week, so stay tuned for those. But I always like to do these first impressions videos earlier on, just because it gives me a chance to get some footage out there to you guys, because I know a lot of people out there wait to see some of the footage from players that have already built these characters and wait to get their opinions on these characters before they decide whether or not they want to invest. So I always try to get these first impressions videos out to you guys as soon as humanly possible. But basically my findings with SS Kula after about 4 or 5 days of being able to mess around with her, the first thing that you are going to notice with SS Kula in Guild Raid is you are not going to have a beneficial dot for either mode. So basically with Kula, the biggest knock against her is she is going to be a mono dot wielding unit, so she only has chill on her kit, and a lot of people had made the comment that they didn't think that this was going to bode well for her in Guild Raid, including myself. However, there are several indications on her kit as to why this isn't the case, and in practice this character is absolutely filthy here. The main reason why is, as you can see in the footage, even with it sped up, and this is going to be Guild Raid hard mode if you guys couldn't tell from me using Swimsuit K as my striker, but basically in this mode this character is going to have so many multi-hits on her kit that once you use that striker to apply that dot, you're going to absolutely demolish this character's shield. So basically what happens here is this character has a combination of a ton of multi-hits as well as 2 finishers that are actually very long, including her core finisher, which is something that a lot of characters can't say. And with that core finisher in general, it also has a ton of multi-hits on it. So basically what you can do is you can summon in your striker, apply whatever dot it is you're trying to apply, and then from there all you need to do is go through 1 rotation of your skills, hit that core finisher, and you are going to drop that shield against Omega Rugal. Now of course this is only hard mode, and so as you will see I am going to end up doing about 650 million damage in this run, which is absolutely not something to sneeze at, especially if you compare this across the board to a character like SSK. But in expert difficulty, I am happy to report that Kula is also going to be just as good, because you can 1-key expert difficulty against Omega Rugal using just her, as well as a darkness-based striker. So in the end, when it comes to Guild Raid, is Kula going to be perfect for this? No. However, based on the fact that she has a deadly combination of very fast animations, a very generous cancel windows, a ton of multi-hits, and 2 long finishers that actually feed into each other extremely well, because by the time you have used a rotation of your skills, you can then go into your second one and kind of just rinse and repeat, as you guys have seen in this clip. She is absolutely going to demolish if she is able to get a good striker on her. Now when it comes to Immortals, this is a very good rotation for Immortals and very good timing, because we have Immortal Typhoon back, so I am able to show you guys Kula in her natural habitat, so to speak, against Immortals this week. But basically, as you guys can see, and I'm using kind of a funky team here, I am going to be using the Unified Banner Elizabeth as well as Kula and Honoka here. So basically I'm using Honoka Honoka as my main DPS, and then I am going to be using Elizabeth as my leader, and then of course Kula, who will be the character that will be boasting the dot needed for this Immortal. And another thing that you guys are probably going to notice right off the bat is the fact that I am not using K anywhere on this team, so she is not getting her core buff for having K on the team as well. And overall, this team did a fantastic job given the fact that they did have the deck stacked pretty heavily against them overall. I know that SS Honoka is a pure DPS machine, but the fact of the matter is we are using a unified banner FES as our leader that isn't even maxed out and doesn't have stones, with an SS character that doesn't even have herself at Awakening level 5, and we are still able to make quick work out of this Immortal. So really with Kula, another big perk to her that is really cool is the fact that she does have an option card associated with Kula as well that you can use on her. Now I haven't done a lot of DPS tests with that option card just yet because I haven't had the chance to do so. However, so far from just the few tests that I've done, I think I might end up preferring other option cards for her, but even then, that option card that Kula has at her disposal just gives her another tool in her toolbox, and it is a really good option card in general, to be honest with you guys. So if you have it and you do pull SS Kula and you don't have a lot of the other limited banner FES cards at your disposal for options, then you could go ahead and use that one because it's on the unified banner and you'll be just fine. Now this next clip I'm going to show you guys is going to be the boss fight against Phantom Invader Maxima in the new Epic Quest. Now of course we did our full guide yesterday for our walkthrough for this chapter of Epic Quest. If you guys want to check that out, link will be in the description. And shout out to those of you who let me know that there was one small edit that I needed to make to that guide, and that is the fact that the pillars that he spawns are not going to be random, so they go through a rotation of typings from defense to balance to attack and so on and so forth. So being that we can predict that, if you have a limited banner FES character and you are not totally free to play and you have a defensive type limited banner character such as Kula, you can use her to solo. Basically what you can do is you can just take her in. As you guys can see here, mine's at Awakening level 3. If you bring her in here, because she does have those very nice full screen finishers and the fact that she can kind of spam those at will, basically you never have to worry about that first spawn of those pillars, and you can just focus your DPS on Maxima, and really he can't do much against her, especially on her Awakening rotation. She's absolutely just going to eat him alive, as you guys can see here. So great stuff overall from this character, and she is going to make a wonderful option for that mode. Now when it comes to PvAI, this is the last thing I wanted to show you guys. So basically in PvAI, the biggest reason why Kula is going to end up being really amazing here, and if you're wondering, in Championship she is absolutely uber, but when it comes to AI, she is also going to be top tier. The fact of the matter is she is a defensive type, and being the fact that she is a defensive type, this is going to make her perfect for defensive weeks of League. And in general, this character is just a wonderful addition to your roster. So I wanted to get some quick information out there to you guys and some clips out there of this character, because I do feel like, unfortunately, she is getting overlooked, possibly due to the fact that people are looking forward to the next BS banner. Maybe it's partially to do with the fact that she's sharing a banner with K, and that is a character that a lot of people were really excited about. And while K was a little bit disappointing for a lot of people out there, for those of you out there who have not paid as much attention to Kula, I know she is only going to be a mono type dot wielder, and that is something that does hold back her versatility a tad. I do think that she can overcome it just based on raw overall damage output and multi-hits and wonderful finishers. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.
Continue.